Welcome, fifth graders. So this is our technology class, week 8, and we aren't going to be doing any new lesson this week. Instead, what we will be doing is just going over everything, all of the assignments that you were supposed to complete for the first quarter, and then I'm giving you the rest of the time to complete them. So the end of the quarter is November 11th, which is on Wednesday. And so I need everything before that day. Okay. So you have this upcoming weekend to go in and finish anything. And hopefully you have been able to go into the GradeLink system. This is really helpful because you can go in there and you can see if anything has a 0 or it's blank, then it probably means that you have not completed it. Now, if you did send me something and I emailed you back, maybe I said, oh, this is incomplete, or this needs to be typed up, then it might still show a 0 in there. And usually what I'll do is I'll put a little comment saying like, please see my email and, read send when you fixed it. And so I'm still waiting on that then, okay? So remember, all of your work should be typed up at this point. I've been extremely graceful since it's the beginning of the year, and I've been allowing you to submit in work that you're writing, printing out and writing. But really at this point, you're getting older and you should be able to handle going into Google Docs or whatever the program and typing it up, right? And knowing how to send your work digitally, right? Just sharing it with me. And so this is just a really good skill to just get used to doing this with everything. So that way, you can just, when you're older, you're in middle school, high school, it'll just be like second nature. Oh yeah, I can email that. No problem, right? And you just know how to email, you know how to attach files, you know how to share stuff from Google Drive. And so we've been using it a lot. And so hopefully you're getting used to it more. And, we'll keep using it throughout the year. So that way it can really just help you guys to, just continue to build up these skills. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna go week by week, and I'm just going to, I have a Word doc, so I'm just gonna have fifth grade technology first quarter assignments. And so I'll just go week by week. Okay, so our first week, you were supposed to go in and actually create a Google account, right? And so I believe, I'm just going to check real quick. I think everybody did it. Let me see. Yeah, I think everybody did it. Everybody has a Google account and they did email me. So you were supposed to email me and email Mrs. Park, right? Okay, so that was pretty basic. So let me just copy and paste this really quick. So that was your first assignment, very easy. I went through all the steps on the week 1 video showing you how to do that. Okay, let's take a look at week 2. So in week 2, we did the Shel Silverstein poems. And I went through with you guys step by step and I showed you how to format and I showed you how to align the text. And so then you were supposed to go in and follow the steps for the poem. You were typing it up and then it asks you to like have one be right align, left align, center. And so you were just supposed to finish that and then share it with me. Okay. So it's pretty much the Shel Silversteins. You were doing it inside of Google Docs. So I'm just going to put in here. It was the Shel Silverstein poems. And it was the formatting and text alignment. Okay. In Google Docs. And then share your finished work. So you're supposed to share it with me. Okay, for week number 3, second step lesson 1. Second step lesson 1, again, you were supposed to complete the questions for that and then email them over to, so hopefully you figured out by now, you can just easily copy and paste any questions into Google Docs. Anytime I send you something, you could easily copy and paste it into Google Docs and then it's there and you could just send it to me. We started our typing assignments in week number 3. And so the first one was the typing assessment. So remember, you should be going into your account every week and doing the typing lessons. And please don't sit there with one finger and peck around on the keys. Remember your home row keys, right? A, S, D, F, J, K, L, semicolon. Your fingers are curved and on top of the keyboard, typing with both of your hands, okay? You guys have to pick up your speed with that. All right, so week 4, we learned about Google Docs again. We did the slime recipe, numbered and bulleted lists. So we learned how to add lists with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and little bullets, right? And so you were supposed to share that with me. So it was the numbered and bulleted, lists in Google Docs. It was the slime recipe. So share completed work with, okay, so you're supposed to share the work with me. And then let's see, you had a typing assignment this week. Okay, so I think the typing assignment for week 4 was actually the longest one that I gave out, that I assigned. It was the skill builder. So it had 12 mini lessons. So this one was probably the one that would take you the longest. So again, if you waited until now, of course, it's going to feel overwhelming doing all that typing at the last minute. What you really should do is set aside one day a week and make it be your technology week day. Okay, maybe it's like after school, in the evening, on a weekend. Just set like 40 minutes. You can do your homework, then you can do your typing, and everything will be done. And if you keep that same day and the same time every week, then you won't feel overwhelmed or feel like, oh my goodness, I have everything that I need to do on the last day, or I don't know what I have to do, right? So you really have to be able to plan out your week and stop and say to yourself, you know, did I get what I needed to do? Did I get it all done? Best thing is schedule in the time, right? Have a good schedule. Okay, week number 5. Let's see what we did in week number 5. We had second step 2 and 3, and you had to type up the responses to the lesson 3 questions and email them to East PCA. Okay, and then you were typing. Assignment was the beginner review. Okay, so again, pretty easy. It's a lot of typing, right? You're typing up your lesson, you're doing your typing lesson, you're doing your lesson assignment for the typing. All right, for week number 6, see what we did for week 6. We learned about how to use the sum and the average function, right? So these were functions inside of a Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets. We use Google Sheets because everybody has a Google account. And I gave you the whole step-by-step here of what you were doing, right? And so this was pretty much just to teach you how to use those functions, right? So that you know that they're there. And I gave you some really super easy math problems, but you know, if we put in something more complicated, then you would see why it would have been really helpful to use the function instead of doing it in your head, right? Because if you had a really long equation, it could save you a lot of time using Google Sheets, right? Okay, so that was your homework. You were supposed to type in all the numbers and create a nice chart, and then use the sum function and then use the average function to calculate sum and average for those, okay? And then you did have a typing assignment that week. I forgot what it was. Let's see, 5th grade. It was the easy bottom row words. All right, so let's see. So week 6 was the sum and average functions in Google Sheets, and you're supposed to share completed work with eastpca@gmail.com, and then you're typing assignments were to do the easy bottom row words, okay? So super easy. And then week number 7, let's take a look here. That was last week. We just finished up, let's see, with second step lessons 4 and 5. And so I gave you I emailed you and you were supposed to type in the answers for the lessons 4 and 5 questions. Okay. So let me highlight this. And then you had the 3-minute typing test. So you had the 3-minute typing test. And that would be everything for the first quarter. Okay. So it really wasn't a lot. And honestly, I think, in my opinion, 30 to 40 minutes per week, if you set that aside, you can easily get these assignments done every week. And then you won't have this stress at the end of the quarter thinking, oh my goodness, I have to do 7 weeks of work in one day. That's not ideal, right? You always want to learn how to schedule your time, especially as you get into middle school. Have a calendar, whether it's a paper planner, or you can even start to use the Google Calendar. And then you can keep track of everything. You can set reminders for yourself. It's nice to have little checklists where you check off when you're done with something. It's called time management. It's called organizational skills. These are important. You need these skills for the rest of your life. So, I mean, I feel that I don't know, some days I feel like I'm just too nice, because I think in the real world, what would really happen is if you just didn't do your work, that would be it. Sorry, you didn't do it on the deadline, 0, right? But I guess my thought is always that I want you guys, because you're in school and you're students, I want you to learn. And so my thought is always, okay, if they're learning and they're doing it, I would rather have them do it late than not do it at all, because I want them to learn, right? And then what else was I going to say? I don't know, I forgot. But these are all the assignments that you guys have to do for the quarter. So please do them, guys, and get them done. I'm not giving you anything new, so you can spend the weekend catching up on anything. There's no reason why you shouldn't do amazing. This is not hard, in my opinion. You know, if anything, I think these are skills that these are life skills that we're talking about in here. Technology and emotional intelligence, if you look at any job that you might want to pursue when you get older, you need both of these skills for the job. So honestly, this is important. And and the more you use it, the easier it gets. And then you learn how to use it for your benefit to help you. So, okay. So I'm going to email this list to you, and don't wait till the last day. Okay. Make sure you're proactive and you get it done. All right, guys? Okay. See ya. Bye.